Today on the grid, it was going to be how do I edit your photo day, but Dropbox is telling us no, it's not going to be that. So unless something miraculous happens between now and the first break, I don't know what we're going to do for the other 3 quarters. So stick around. You should at least stick around to see what it is that we fill 45 minutes of when we have no idea because we had a whole different idea. That alone may be worth watching. Mr. Kuna's here, which means I do not have to share the heat by myself. Kuna will help me explaining. We're both sitting here trying to make Dropbox work, and we can't, but that's okay. That happens on live television, and this isn't even television. Anyway, we've got some giveaways to distract you from the cluster that's going on here. I do have some images and some stories, including heartbreaking ones from my trip to my workshop trip to Venice, and I don't know what else to say because Dropbox is killing me today. However, if you are a Dropbox expert and you are in the watching this show live today, this could be a day where you win some unscheduled prize. So all this junk, all this stupid stuff is going to happen in, I don't know, 23.2 seconds. Let's not go!
The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
I don't know. Something's happening.
I don't know. Welcome, everybody, to the Grid. As you can see from the stuttering motion there, Dobson's here.
Yeah. Ouch.
Ouch.
Shots fired.
Oh, we're having a heck of a day. And look, I wore my Antonelli Cheese Shop shirt today thinking it was going to be a great day. I always save it for days that are going to be great.
So basically, we can see a folder in Dropbox. We know there's images in there, but Dropbox won't let us get to the folder.
Yeah, so people submitted all kinds of images to us. We did a file request, which I do every month. We do them all the time. Eric and I build file requests in Dropbox. We do it all the time. But we cannot access the photos.
Not so much.
In Dropbox. So I can't even look at the images people send in to be able to edit them. I know it's stupid, but I've been working on this for an hour. I came in, I thought Eric could go, oh, it's right here. And he's like, I don't know where they are either.
There was errors that I've never seen before.
Yeah, so the long story short is we've lost all the images you uploaded. And by we, I mean Dropbox. But we can't figure it out.
Okay, we got people joining us all over the place. We got James saying hi from Phoenix, Arizona.
They're not going to stick around very long.
Melinda's saying hi from Oklahoma. Buckle up.
Buckle up.
Stuart's saying hi from Long Island. Hey, Stu. Karen's saying hi all the way from Venice, Florida. Dodie's saying hi from Maryland. Susan's saying hi all the way from Columbus, Ohio. Tina's saying hi from Oregon. Lou's saying hi from Wake Forest. Peter's saying hi from all the way from Belgium. And then Peter is saying chicken burger time or restauranting with Scott. So maybe we could talk about food, I think, what they're saying there.
Oh, yeah.
Cindy's saying, thanks for the break from editing photos and the greetings from Idaho. So we were hoping that we'd be editing some photos, but
it doesn't look like it unless we can figure it out on the break. It's just.
I mean, I really don't think so. I think it's gone into a black hole.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think so.
File requests are so tricky. You make a folder and you say, let people upload this folder. And then you close it at a certain time. So I close it at 11 a.m. So I have time to get the images together, put them in a folder, get to the grid, etc. So the problem is when you go look at the file request that's closed, you can't do anything but reopen it. It doesn't say download images, download documents. It lets you look at them. But even if we look at them, well, we'll try again.
Hey, look this is the thing. I'm having a day, right?
And
I think this is why we're having it. It's like the black holes happening.
Oh,
right?
No.
And I haven't even talked to you about this, but it's like, if we tried to contact Dropbox, you know what Dropbox is going to say? Something you did or something your fault.
Yeah.
You know why? It happened to me today.
No.
Right? So Lowe's, and I don't know if anybody out there works at Lowe's, knows somebody at Lowe's up high, but it's ridiculous. Lowe's, ridiculous, right? So here's the thing. I ordered, my house got flooded last year, as you know, right?
Yep.
So I'm finally getting to the stage of painting the exterior. That's how long? 6 months, over 6 months, right? And so I've got to painting the exterior. So I ordered paint to have delivered to the house, right? I ordered the exact paint color I wanted, checked it 3 times because it's custom paint color, checking it. I order the paint, order the house paint, and order the trim paint. 2 separate orders. House paint, obviously, you're ordering way more, like 7 times, and then I'm ordering 2 of these, right?
Makes sense.
So I do all that. I get my receipt. Okay, it's going to be delivered. I get it. I get 7 trim colors, 2 house colors.
Oh, that's awful.
But here's the best part is still to come, right?
Oh, no.
Because I'm told by the manager at Lowe's that, no, you screwed up. You ordered the wrong colors. But I'm looking at my receipt. I'm looking at my email. He's looking at it too. He's looking at it. And he's telling me I'm wrong. I didn't do it right. They did it right. Their people did it right. And I'm like, I'm looking at it. Like, it's right here. Like, how can you get it? Like, but it was the whole thing of like I was saying, it's like, it's always like, I think it was an error. It was just an error on their system.
Yeah.
But instead of like, hey, it's an error on the system, it's, no, you were wrong. I was literally told, you're wrong.
That's not good.
It's not good.
That's not good. Well,
I got the receipts.
All right, I have a similar experience that you will hear about in just a few minutes.
Yes.
First off, I am back from my workshop in Venice with Mimo Madani. We had a wonderful time. We had a great group of folks. We had better than expected weather for most of it. Like, it was supposed to rain every day in Venice, and it only rained one morning, and we only missed one shoot, but we did it the next day, so it worked out okay. And I'll tell you the rest. We went to the Dolomites, and it was kind of rainy there. However,
Yeah, you got a little bit.
we got some. I'm going to share some photos with you guys. Can you see my screen here? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not done with my Spark page. I just got the behind-the-scenes photos right before we went on the air, so I didn't really. I'll be able to show them to you, but I'll have to show them to you like in a different program. But anyway, this is under construction. It's not done yet. But anyway, so I'll show you some pictures that I got during the year. I will start off with one of my very favorite ones, which is this one right here.
Oh, that's nice.
But why isn't it showing up full screen? It should be full screen.
It's probably on Dropbox.
Probably is. All right, hang on. Cut off to me. I want to look at something. So this is a preview, but that preview, this should be full width. Why is it?
It could be that
the resolution of
your,
the screen.
Yeah, the way we're going up that way.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've never had that happen before, right, Eric? We've seen this.
Yeah, it's Dropbox.
But anyway, so this is one of my favorites.
I love that. Yeah.
It was waiting for the timing, and there's so much traffic there on the Grand Canal. But that was one of my favorites.
And you know what's great about that is waiting for the gondolier to be in that pocket of light.
Right. So
and that's because people will say like, well, why is that photo so great? And it's like, it's the timing. It's the gesture.
And it took a bit. I stood there for, 20 minutes. Okay. This is a model we hired. So we produced a shoot for our participants. What we did was we hired a model in Italy, and then we went to I guess they're called an atelier, which is they rent the costumes, the handmade costumes, the very heavy handmade costumes, and the wig and a mask and all of that stuff. And then this is literally right outside our hotel.
That's awesome.
We had such a great location. Our hotel was in the perfect place.
You wouldn't even know when that was shot.
And I'm waiting for the gondolier, but if I show, so here's the thing about gondolas. Let me tell you the story on gondolas.
Yeah.
I love gondolas because when I think of romance
Yes.
and Venice, I think of a couple in love on a gondola.
Yeah.
But here's the reality of the gondola in Venice. Ready? It's a family of 4, and they have ball caps on, and they're taking selfies.
iPads and iPhones everywhere.
It's not romantic. It's never that couple that you want. Never. It's packed full of tourists, and there's like 6 of them in there, and they're wearing tourist clothes, and it looks terrible.
Yeah.
So anyway, getting just little parts of the gondola becomes your thing. All right. So anyway, but this is her. You'll see more of her in a moment because we have some other shots. But and then this is a classic Mimo Madani shot.
Yeah.
I took the photo, but I processed it and shot it like Mimo. So Mimo is the master of the long exposure and that particular style of editing.
Especially extreme long exposure.
Extreme, yeah. Like we're talking, 4, 5, 6 minutes with a 10 stop. And then this is taken just after dawn. We're on a very small dock that Mimo knows of. And here's another one. So listen to
yeah.
this. We scoped this space, right? Mimo knew about it. He used to live in Venice. He lived in Venice for like 8 years. He knows all the spots. We scoped this space. I bring the group here, right? Ready? There is a wheelbarrow there. There's wood. There's workers there. They're there for half hour, 40 minutes, just loading the boat full of all this stuff before we could shoot. But we did. We waited. We waited the 40 minutes, and we waited till gondolas went by. And the thing is, this is sad. So gondoliers, think of a gondolier. Picture a gondolier. He's got the striped shirt on.
Yep.
He's got the hat, the matching hat.
Yeah.
Okay, that hat. Good luck finding a gondolier actually wearing that hat. Now they're wearing ball caps.
Yeah.
They're wearing a black vest over their stuff.
It's just changed.
It's just changed. It's like that was the classic stuff. And I would say 1 in 10 actually wears the hat. And I would say the rest.
Yeah, it's like every time I go back to Venice, there's less.
Yeah,
Less
it's
and
disappointing.
less. Yeah.
But so we all waited for the guy with the hat. And all right. So then we did some really long exposures. There's the Bridge of Sighs that connects the courthouse to the prison. So, and then long exposure you can see here. This is literally our hotel is 50 feet to the right. So, and another, long exposure. And here's one taken from this, the museum that's owned by Salma Hayek's husband. Shot from just outside of his one morning at dawn. So we did portrait shoots. So, the thing I said about the gondola? Every gondola. So I rented a gondola. Well, I say I. Mimo arranged to have a gondola. Mimo speaks fluent Italian. He knows how to talk to him. So we bought a dress here in the U.S. The dress, I believe, came from Malaysia. I flew over to Italy with this giant dress. It's a big ball gown. We flew over there with it. My wife picked it out in gold so the colors would match.
Nice.
Contrast with what's in there. So we did that, flew over there, and went... and then we found a model and we rented a gondola. And so here's my favorite shot from that is right here. And this is our model in the gondola. I'm shooting from up on a bridge.
Cool.
We're all shooting from up on a bridge. Everybody's there is fun. Now, this shot, when I saw it, reminded me of that Chanel No. 5 shot.
Yeah.
So I went and I made a mock cover of the old Chanel No. 5 ad. I called it Canal instead of Chanel, of course. But it looks like that kind of ad, that kind of romance that Chanel used to capture, which I loved. All right, so then here's our Disney princess type of shot. Look, there's a little bit of the gondola.
Yeah, because the rest of it would ruin the shot.
Because if I let it go, there's your Chinese tourists right there. All right, do you see the red poles under the bridge?
Yes.
That's our hotel. That's the door to our
cool.
hotel. You can get to our hotel either by water, and you can I would sit out there with a Coke Zero, and it was lovely. But so that's literally right at our hotel. All right, and this is also from the same place. But you can see, look, there's someone in a gondola that is not doing a selfie. All right. So then she said, hey, I've got another outfit. Can I bring it? And we're like, yeah. So we changed and went to San Marco Square.
Nice.
Right? That's nice. With San Marco in the background. Then we did this darker one with like a real dark exposure. Right? And so, yeah, the light was great. And it was not that dark. Mimo was running around telling everybody, go 2 stops under. Go under, right? And then here's the third one that we did in another famous spot. So the Bridge of Sighs is right down there. Had to wait for the gondolier and had to take the shine off his forehead. But anyway, that
looks like a cinematic kind of ad.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I was, again, Mimo is so great. He's got such a great eye. If you haven't watched Mimo's classes on composition on KelbyOne, they're fantastic.
Karen's asking you, are you using the 24 to 240 on these?
Come on, Karen, you know that I am. Yes, I'm using the 24 to 240. That is every shot you've seen has been taken. You will see a particular shot taken later. Oh, there's 3 different ones from Mimo. Where Mimo and I were in a church and he had the 11 and I was going to shoot it with my phone and he said, no, take my 11. That's the only time. Every other shot that you see is taken with the 24 to 240. Greatest lens ever. Okay, let's move on. All right. So then, what are these big gaps?
I read this review online, and it's terrible.
All right. So this is. She couldn't put the mask on until the end of the shoot because once you put the mask on, it messes up the the stuff.
Yeah, the makeup.
Mixes up the makeup. Thank you. That's
Yep.
the stuff. All right, and then
God.
it won't move anymore. Why won't it move? Because it's just
Dropbox.
that kind of day. Oh, there we go. All right, I want to show you this video. Mimo shot this video. Mimo's quite good at video, but here's the problem. We did not notice. See why it says an almost perfect video? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
On the left, there's like 3 tourists like getting into their Airbnb.
okay.
Oh, it's terrible. It ruins the whole thing. Now, my crew here, right, they can go into Premiere Pro and fix it and edit it. It'll look great. But I didn't have time for that because I just got back. So you're going to see a very imperfect video, especially at the beginning. But yeah, I don't know if you'll hear the audio, but there's audio too. I'll turn up my volume just in case it comes through my mic here. And we'll get it. Here we go.
Who knows? They might get it in the control room.
They might.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
All right. That's just a little bit of it. Okay, so we're still working on that. But anyway,
That's
but
cool.
but that wasn't that terrible at the
I
beginning?
see
Your
what you're
people
saying.
standing over there and
But,
left.
you know,
Okay.
Magic Wand can take that out.
Oh, Magic Wand do that in his sleep. Magic Wand probably just removed it while I was sitting here. All right, let me just get back to where we were. And only a few more shots here. We got through that. We looked at those. We saw the video. All right, then here we go. We did a couple of classic of the classic San Marco Square. Let me hit the, I'm not even going to hit the preview button. Screw it. All right, here we go. So here we go. Because, yeah, it's not working right? And it's not done yet either. So hopefully I'll have it done by Friday. All right, so there's some classic San Marco. Oh, look at this San Marco Square. Yes, yes. What you don't see here is 1 million people. So
If
when
you
we go
tilted down, you would.
when we go out, no, there was nobody there at that
Nobody
time.
there?
We go out in the morning. You go to shoot. There's nobody there.
Yeah, if you're in the morning.
We went to the Academia Bridge, Eric. There was nobody on the bridge but
That's
2
the
people
magic time.
painting. You can go to like 8 or 8:30 and there's nobody out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go inside and have breakfast, and you come out, and they drop 10,000 people into that empty square where there was nobody. It's packed. Venice is packed. So it's nice to get out in the morning. And then we took this rainy day trip, all right? Now, we were very, very lucky to have Riccardo Fracassi, who is a wonderful, he is like the king of the Dolomites, right? He runs workshops there. He does workshops with Serge Remeli. In fact, it was through Serge that I found out about Riccardo. Incredibly nice guy. Says, I'll meet you in the Dolomites. I'll take you to all the great places. We arrive in the Dolomites and it's raining. It's raining.
And it's like Dropbox.
Eric, it was supposed to be a beautiful day, and it was Dropbox day. We arrive, and it's raining. Now, we did get one shot even in the rain.
No, that's nice.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? You got nice atmospheric stuff
atmosphere.
and all. But that was the best shot of the day, basically.
Because if it was that, and it probably got hazy, cloudy, and
Dude,
then you couldn't see anything.
You couldn't see the tops of any. Like, we were supposed to go up and shoot. We couldn't even see the tops of anything. So we wound up going to this lake at the end that was okay. And Mimo asked this guy to, but, there's other stories. All right. This was, these aren't even in order yet. This was on our way to one of our morning shoots. This was the Academia Bridge right outside. We were having dinner, and this was the view. So it's not a bad view at the restaurant. There's the famous Academia Bridge shot that you take in the morning.
Mm-hmm. That's where I met Mimo when I was in Venice. I just ran into him.
That was my second shoot with Mimo, or my first actual shoot with Mimo was there too. All right, so do you like this image? It's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but do you like this one? Come on. What about this one?
I like that with the frame.
Both of these are iPhone shots.
What?
These are iPhone.
Blasphemy.
That's an iPhone right there. That's an iPhone. Now, that's not long exposure.
Scott,
but
I read the reviews online. So.
Oh, yeah, the iPhone, right? It's terrible. So this is using the iPhone's long exposure, and then I went in and just tweaked it a bit to make it a little longer.
That's nice.
So that's nice. I did that. And then this is from across the water, and this is where they park the boats at night. This is taken at night. We're all on tripods. It's taken at, I don't know, 5:05 in the morning, completely dark outside, an hour before sunrise. This is the church. So to answer your question earlier, Did I use the 24 to 240? This was when I switched to the 11. The 11's probably too wide, but look at the ceiling.
The heaviest, world's heaviest lens?
World's heaviest lens. Look at that. Now, Sherry was
nice.
with us, right? And Sherry had a 10. She had that 10 to 24. That's a nice lens. Oh, boy. All right, and then I'm going to just buzz through here. This was neat.
I like that
All right,
one.
so this was in the doorway of the church in that little island in San Giorgio Maggiore. I thought that was kind of nice. He's kissing her forehead, right?
Yeah, I like it.
And then this is where we went. So we went to Croatia. So Mimo and I went to Croatia, and we went to this wonderful town. It looks like it's pronounced Roving J. It's Rovinj, but they don't pronounce the J. They pronounce the NJ as new. So it's like Rovinu. And this is it. And this is the only photo in town. You go there for
that
this
was
photo.
the photo, yeah.
We spent 2 days there, and it is a charming town. You know what's the thing, Eric? It was empty. There was nobody. Like, we're coming from the chaos of Venice, and you go there.
I'm sure it was refreshing.
There's nobody there. It is empty, and it's gorgeous. Cool. I might be able to show you a video here in a minute. And then we're back here. These are not in order, unfortunately. We did a private tour of the opera house so we could go behind the ropes and shoot and get stuff that you could not get as a member of the public. Nice. Here's another shot from the same exact place just later.
Roving J.
Roving J. All right, there's the Academia Bridge at dawn. And a couple more. Oh, there's another the same shot. That's nice. Okay, that's all I have. But I do have some behind-the-scenes shots. Thank you. I have some behind-the-scenes shots. Give me 1 sec. They are.
Can't believe you took that with that crappy lens.
I know. It's a $700 lens.
Ugh.
Hold on. Where are the? Oh, that was them. Hold on. They start right here. So these are the. This is the video I think Mimo did here.
Yes, I saw this one. I saw he posted this.
Yep. And then there's this one, it looks like the same thing. Oh, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, and there's the behind the scenes.
Yeah, I love how timeless that looks.
Yeah, it looks timeless, right? This is us on our way to one of the shoots.
There's a reality shot.
And you have to kind of go like where nobody is, because if you show up in that square, right, with her, there'd be 500 people shooting. It would be a disaster. Yeah. I want our group to, have the good stuff. So here's us. So there she is. Like, oh, this is the other model. This is the other model. Here we go. There you can see.
Yeah, that's cool.
Up there, right?
And that was right next to the hotel.
Right next to the hotel. So here's us shooting on the Academia Bridge. And see, there's no other photographers there. And there's just a woman painting and another woman painting beside her, and their paintings were really good. So it's just us there at dawn. And then this is us in one of the many restaurants. We ate good. Woo! We had some great food. Yeah, we went to some great places. This is our classroom. So our classroom was looking out onto St. Mark's Square, or San Marco Square, if you want to call it that. We had a great classroom with a giant, giant TV screen. Good Lord, that thing was big. So that's us hanging out in the room. This is us in the Dolomites getting wet. And this is us eating pasta again, which we did on multiple occasions. Here we are in San Marco.
What, pasta?
I know, it's hard. A lot of places had pasta. Anyway, this is us shooting in different various locations. These are all, there's me.
Look at that.
Isn't that a pose, right? Come on, let's go. Look at Mimo's tripod. Mimo has the tallest tripod. Mimo's very tall. He gets up on his tiptoes, and he's shooting over the crowds at Academia with like a 9-foot tripod.
It's smart.
And here we are someplace. And there we are someplace. There we all are shooting. And there we are again.
Nice.
Right? Sunset on San Giorgio Maggiore. And this is us waiting for sunset. And this is us up in the clock tower at San Maggiore, not the clock tower. This is us in the opera house in one room where we're all just exhausted. This is us out. There's Kelly Jones, KelbyOne instructor, Kelly Jones. This is us at the parking lot of all the things. And this is us at our farewell luncheon, or maybe our opening night dinner. Hard to say. That's it. There's some behind the scenes courtesy of Mimo.
Nice.
All right, so that gives you an idea of that. There was one video I wanted to show you. Give me 1 second.
Hey, while you're looking for that video, we got some prizes. that we're
Oh,
gonna give
tell
away.
us about the prizes
Right.
to distract
So
from
first,
the nightmare that we have.
We've got the Platypod handle. We're giving away a Platypod handle on the show today. You can get that over on platypod.com. And then we're giving away Victoria White's Adobe Fresco book. So Beginner's Guide to Adobe Fresco. So we're going to be giving that away. It's a great app for like if you're into like painting, design, or like just painting. So digital painting. And then we're giving away two of Scott's books. So we've got the Lightroom Classic book. So we're going to be giving that away. And then also Scott's Crush the Composition book. So
Giving away the house.
I know, right? We love giving away prizes. So we're going to give away all that. And then are we giving away anything else? Are we giving away V-Flat? Yes, V-Flat from V-Flat World. So if you go over to vflatworld.com, though, everybody can get a discount over there. Just got to use that code KelbyOne and they'll get 10% off. And then On One No Noise, we're giving away a copy of that. However, I do have to say, if you're a KelbyOne member, today is the last day where you can get your own copy of On One No Noise for free. So we sent out the emails. It's in the discounts. So if you go to the discounts page of the KelbyOne member site, so under the perks and then discounts, first discount right there, it ends today. So if you're the KelbyOne member,
email. We sent all
yeah,
KelbyOne members
email and all that stuff. But if you didn't get the email, because some people unsubscribe and all that good stuff,
Thank God to the
go to the site and go under the discounts, and you can get your copy of On One No Noise for free as
All right.
a KelbyOne member.
I found my little video. It's just a handheld iPhone video of roving, whatever it is, Croatia, which is about 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 45 minutes from Venice. And that's where you go to get the shot. Look, there's nobody there. This is like coming up on sunset. There's a beautiful harbor, and our Airbnb is right straight across. Say hi to the crew. Mimo!
There he is. Mimo. Nice.
Mimo. All right,
Very
we're going to
cool.
take a short break. When we come back, I got a story you're not going to believe that fits this day like a glove. So stick around.
There's the
And
jib. There's the jib.
Good news, by next month, we'll probably have figured out where those images are that everybody uploaded.
Oh, boy.
What if one Lightroom tip could completely change the way you edit? Unlock the full power of Lightroom May 13th to 14th at the KelbyOne Lightroom Conference. 2 days of expert photography training that'll help you edit faster, smarter, and with more creativity than ever before. Learn the latest features and AI tools, master portrait retouching, landscape editing, mobile workflows, and batch automation. We cover it all. Stop guessing, start editing like a pro. And with a 1-year replay, you can learn on your schedule. The KelbyOne Lightroom Conference. Edit with confidence and bring your vision to life.
This is a shakedown.
Wow! Do you want to know amazing tips and techniques about taking portraits with an iPhone? Then join me in this KelbyOne class. I'm going to show you how to capture images in a town like this, capture them with the wide angle lens, the 1x, the 2x, and the 5x lens, then process those images correctly in Lightroom, and then share them to the world. This course on the iPhone for capturing portraits is going to be incredible. Get out there, take photos.
I'm Jefferson Graham, inviting you to join me for my next class for KelbyOne, a photographer's guide to San Diego, one of the greatest photo spots in the world. You have incredible beaches like right here in La Jolla, the old historic Del Coronado Hotel, Victorian homes. You got the Little Italy section, Balboa Park, so many great photo places, and I'm going to show you where to go to get the best shot. A photographer's guide to San Diego. See you there.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
All right. We tried the Dropbox again.
Yeah, we tried it
working.
again. It stinks. All right, we got some comments coming in here.
Yeah. So we've got Shelly, who's in our studio, saying hello from the studio. So excited to watch from the chaos from around the across the room. Yeah, it's chaos, definitely. And then Sharon B., how about Scott showing us some photos from his recent workshop? Well, we did that, yeah. So, and then Sharon's saying,
Sharon.
hi, all the way from Indy. Hey, Sharon. Saying we're supporting you, Kelby family, with or without Dropbox. Well, we appreciate
thank you, Sharon.
that.
And Sharon's coming to Tokyo with us.
Yeah.
And Eric and I leave in 2 weeks for Tokyo for a Tokyo workshop.
Yeah.
Hopefully
and
we get Dropbox worked out before then.
And then Andrea saying, I think seeing Scott's workshop photos are a great alternative. I love seeing his photos around the world.
Thank you, Andre. Thanks very much.
And then, hey, we got another thing we got to talk about, though.
Oh, yeah.
Next month.
Oh, wait. We got something worse, but go ahead.
Okay, but next month.
Next month.
Lightroom conference. You saw an ad for it just there a second ago. It's coming up in May 13th to the 14th, right before we leave.
Yeah.
It's right before then. So leaving to go to Tokyo, but right before that, we're having the Lightroom conference. So if you want to master Lightroom, know everything about it, immerse yourself for a few days. But what's great about it is if you can't make every session, which is kind of impossible when you go to a conference to be at every session anyways, everything's recorded. Everything is rebroadcast, and you can have access for that for an entire year. So even if you can't make it on 1 day, 2 days, or every day, you still can come to the conference and see all the classes. So check it out over at Lightroom at KelbyOneLive.com.
Excellent. All righty. So I have a story for you that is wild. Now, don't get me wrong. I had a wonderful trip, had a great time. I was surrounded by great people and amazing food and beautiful scenery. However, something went terribly, terribly wrong in the Dolomites. Ready? So we're in the Dolomites, and we can't go up in the mountains because you can't even see the top of the mountains. It's just a mess. So we're at a lake, and there is a, I don't want to call it a bridge, but there's a little waterfall. So there's a small waterfall, and then a lake, and then mountains. So I thought, well, this will make a good shot. So I'm on a little bridge that cars drive across. It's flat. It's a flat bridge, but I always think of a bridge, but it's just flat.
Yeah,
there's
so
a ledge.
It's a bridge with a ledge?
There's a ledge. And so I took my camera, my R6 II, and I mounted it on a Platypod Delta. I put a 14 to 35 on there. It wasn't even mine. I borrowed it from a student. Craig was there. So Craig let me use his, I put it on there. Now, the waterfall was down there, and I made a critical mistake. I tipped the camera lens down. Now, I've been shooting on Platypods for many years. I usually am aiming it up. It's on the floor aiming up or whatever. You can put a pretty heavy lens on there as long as you're aiming up. But I did not have my gravity, my center of gravity was not where it should have been. It was aiming
forward.
down. Now, I look over to Craig and I said, you know, I never put my Platypod up here without some kind of safety harness. And so I'm holding it. And he says, I've got a safety harness. Craig reaches in his bag, pulls out a carabiner with a steel cable and another carabiner. We lock the carabiner to the Platypod. We lock the other end of the carabiner to my
Camera strap.
Yeah. I put it there. But this is user error. This is not on Platypod. It's on me. I had it leaning forward, and it fell over. And then it fell off the bridge. No problems. I have the safety cable. Somehow, the safety cable and the carabiner got pushed in, and it went straight into the lake. This is it. Luckily, Sherry had her kids on the thing with us. So Sherry was on the trip with us, and you guys know Sherry. Sherry's on the trip. She sends her kid into the freezing cold. Dude, it had to be 32 degrees. It just freezing. He went down there, and you watch him. He's like maybe 12, maybe 14. I don't know if he's maybe somewhere in there. He had that look of his face of a kid who's never stuck his foot in 32 degrees. He was,
Oh, yeah.
he lit on fire. But he pulled out my camera, got the lens, got my memory card, but somehow, so it was a multitude of things all had to happen at the same time,
It's like
it
perfect
went
storm.
over the side. It's not Platypod's fault. It's not the carabiners' fault. It was just meant to be. So this is, I want to show you a picture of this before it goes back to Canon. It is a brick. It was fresh water, and I didn't turn it on for days. I let it sit there, and we all tried to empty it out as best we could, take the batteries out, don't turn it on, do all the protocols. And when we finally did turn it on, nothing happens. Not a red light, not just dead. Canon will say one of two things. It's an expensive repair, or it cannot be repaired. I don't know yet. We're going to send this to them. But it did not dampen my spirits. It dampened them a little bit. Luckily, I had a backup camera. I had a 48 megapixel mirrorless camera with me as a backup. It was my iPhone. I had my iPhone, which shoots 48 megapixel RAW. Yeah. So and if it was something really important, Mimo would pop out his memory card, pop in my card. I could shoot his camera, and then pop it back out. Yeah. So I didn't shoot that much at that point. But anyway, yep, it went swimming. It went underground. It became an underwater camera. I have a picture. Let me see if I can.
Too bad Kelly Jones didn't give you like an
underwater casing. Yeah, hang on a second, because I have a picture I want you to see. Don't move. Don't breathe. Don't make a sound.
Oh, there it is.
This is it bubbling. Ah. That's it. Look, you can see it in the water.
Yeah,
look.
It was bubbling.
It's bubbling.
That's not good.
It's bubbling.
I don't know, man.
It's not Ireland. It's not Dublin.
Yeah, it's bubbling.
It's bubbling. I had the presence of mind to shoot a picture of it, though, bubbling down there.
I don't know. That might be a paperweight. We'll see.
So that brings up an interesting question, Mr. Kuna.
Yes.
I love my R6 II. Love it.
Yes.
It's my favorite camera I've ever owned.
Yes.
But if I had to replace it, do I get the R5 too?
Or do you get the R6 III? Oh, wait, it's not coming out yet.
Is there an R6 III coming?
Yeah, it's coming.
When's it
We
coming?
don't know when.
Oh, crap.
It's coming, though. All the rumors. It's coming. Nobody will ever say when.
All right, I got a question for you. And I want you to be honest.
Yes.
How are we going to kill 21 minutes and 41 seconds with no content?
I know, right?
Open Q&A?
Oh, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
How about open Q&A?
We'll open Q&A it.
Open Q&A?
Yeah. So,
ask a question. Look, we need you this time.
Yes.
Oh, look. Questions.
Linda's asking, were you able to get your
God.
photos from your memory card?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Linda, you can take a memory card and throw it in your washer overnight and wash with all your clothes. And when you're done and you go through the dryer and then you go, oh, my gosh, there's my memory card. It's fine. Those memory cards,
They are really good.
No problem.
Yes, I've done that same thing.
Karen says, oh, my God, that sounds terrible. Sorry that happened.
Yes.
Karen, if that's the worst thing that happened, I'll be okay. It's just stuff. You can replace stuff. It was okay.
Back to your question. I mean, the R5 or the R5 II is a great camera.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like the only thing with this one is it just matters, like, do you feel like resolution's ever an issue?
Not really.
That's I think the difference.
Yeah. All right. Ann wants to know.
Because then you're going to have file size issues.
Ann's got a good question. What happened to the lens? So it's Craig's lens. So I told Craig, hey, tough
Good
on
luck.
you. No, there was water inside the lens. He's letting it dry out, and I told him if it needs to get repaired, I'll pay the repair. So we're waiting to hear from Craig. I hear from Craig all the time, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, being that it was fresh water, the
fresh
lens is less susceptible.
Yeah, I think the lens will be okay.
The body with that bubbling, not a good sign.
Bubbling body.
Not a good sign.
Yeah, and you pull it out.
Yeah, and it's just draining water. No. Oh, boy.
Yeah, they pour it out, and water's just pouring out of it.
Yes. Like we had one time we were out with Dave Black shooting, and it was at Mono Lake, and that's very chemically. I don't know what to call it. Like
alien chemicals.
Yeah, alien chemicals. And we had a camera fall in for fall in for like just a second. Like it fell in and then pulled it right back out, and that was a brick just because it got so caustic. I mean, it turned into like just rust and it's just terrible.
Christy wants to know, what is your recommendation on a solid, good quality memory card? I use Lexar cards, but I have to give you a disclaimer. I'm a Lexar elite photographer, so we're like brand ambassadors for Lexar. So I think it's only fair to tell you, yeah, I use nothing but Lexar cards. However, I am a Lexar ambassador, so what do you expect me to use?
Yeah.
So anyway, but I've been on them for years. I don't have any problems with Lexar. Their stuff is great.
SanDisk works for me.
Yep,
It works just fine.
SD cards are really good. They really make good cards.
Yeah, and they're rugged.
And they're fast. Do you know that I just got from them a 1 terabyte? A 1 terabyte card. So
I always get scared about like the huge memory cards because then there's like so many images on
But
them.
you know what I did on that huge memory card? We shot video. So I recorded a class in Croatia. What? Yep, I recorded an entire class just on my travel gear, how I move it, how I get it there, and all my camera settings. I did the whole thing on location in Croatia.
Yeah, we got something cool coming up with that.
Yeah, we do. We got something cool coming up. Let's see. Look at that. Water damage, Robert. Water damage, rocket damage.
We do. We do. We do love it.
I haven't destroyed many cameras. I'm not like Mr. Kuna. I don't intentionally put my cameras in harm's way.
He does
you
not.
Realize Erik is putting his camera where he goes, there's a good chance
yeah,
I'm going to lose
know
this
that
camera.
there's a good chance.
Like he goes in thinking this is going to explode or is probably going to explode. I don't do that. I'm like, oh, be careful. Take care of my camera. I'm not that guy.
Yes. Anything for the shot.
All right.
Yeah. Dean's asking, do you like the new landscape feature when masking in Lightroom and Lightroom Classic as much as I do?
So so what Dean is talking about is there was a release update to Lightroom, and you know how you can go and choose people, right? In masking, and Lightroom's masking, and it shows hair, iris, pupil, facial skin, body skin, clothes, and it'll mask every one of those. They just did the same thing for landscape, where you can go in there and choose, water, build architecture, in case there's a house or something. They had to call it something, right? They can't say house, but architecture, plants, grass, and whatever. I don't know what they all are, but there's a whole bunch of them, and it's great. It is wonderful because you can isolate any place you want. It just makes our lives so much
those
easier.
AI masking features in Lightroom.
The AI masking features are amazing. Now, to get the update for Lightroom, and this is taking up some time.
Yes.
To get the update, you're going to launch the Creative Cloud application. So launch the Creative Cloud. That's spelled CREATIVE, capital CLOUD, Creative Cloud. In the left-hand side, you'll see a little button called Apps. Click on that app, and then you'll see Update beside Photoshop, beside Camera Raw, and beside Lightroom Classic. Update them all, and you will have those new features. And there's a couple other features. There's a feature that allows you to manage your catalog. So if you have old catalogs and stuff, you can get rid of them. Anyway, it's quite a nice update, but the masking thing is fantastic. And yes, Dean, to answer your questions, we like the new landscape feature just as much as you do. It's terrific.
Rick's saying, any chance you'll be doing the dream photo shoot again?
No way in hell, Rick. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was really great, and I think the results that we saw Karen get.
Oh, Karen, amazing.
We were talking about her photos and stuff. We're over there in Italy talking about her shoot. There were a couple of us in the group, and how it inspired us. Like I had no really interest. I'd already been to Cuba twice, and like after seeing her images, now I want to go back. And, there's a flight leaving, multiple flights leaving every day. I could be in Cuba in 45 minutes.
Yes.
And so I'm going to have to do it. Just go right to Tampa, Southwest Airlines, straight to Cuba. I don't know.
Ann's asking, is that sort of thing covered by insurance, either homeowners or special coverage for gear?
Yeah, so, Ann, that is normally covered by homeowners.
Yes.
However, there is a deductible. Right, I got to imagine the deductible's probably $1,000. So if I have to buy a new one of these, what is it, $1,800, something like that?
Yeah, I think
so I might get $800 bucks back. But I'm just I'm hopeful that it will just be a repair and not a replace. But
Yeah,
we'll
so you
see.
just look at options once you know how much it costs.
And we do have a thing in Eric's employment contract. If my camera gets damaged, I can take it out of his pay.
It's true.
Now,
it's true.
his pay comes if his gets damaged, his comes directly from NASA.
Yes.
So, all right.
Scott's asking, if we submitted an image for editing and it doesn't make the show, do we upload it again next time, or is it in some queue? I would say upload it next time because I don't know what
we're
queue
gonna do it
it's
again.
in.
We're going to do it next week.
We're not even really sure what queue or what planet it's in right now.
I'll have
it
to
might
put
be
it-
in another dimension at this point.
Yeah, we don't really. I've never just seen it just disappear like this. But
Yes.
anyway, there's a chance I'll find it, and if I do, I'll put it on my Facebook page. If not, we'll do it again next week. So sorry about that. I'm very, very.
Hey, we got to take a break.
Hey, it's a great idea. I think we should.
We
do
got to
that.
take a break. When we come back, we're going to be taking your questions and then stretching out the show a little bit more. Stretch it, stretch it.
Hi, I'm Jeff Leinbach here at KelbyOne Studios to invite you to join my latest class, Top 20 Camera Hacks. Most of these hacks were collected over years and years of talking to photographers one-on-one about photography and the things that they get tied up on, the things they get hung up on, and helping them fight through those little things. Obviously, there's a lot more than 20 camera hacks out there in the world today, and we understand that. We had to narrow it down some way, where it doesn't matter what camera brand you're using, you'll get something out of it. You're gonna find a couple things that will change the way you approach photography. Some of these hacks will include things like back button autofocus and image stabilization. These, again, can have huge impacts on your photography. This class is a lot of slide-based, but we're also going to break it up and go hands-on to show you these techniques in person. Join me as I present my top 20 hacks on KelbyOne.com.
Hey everyone, I am professional photographer Ian Plant, and in this course, I am going to be talking about removing distractions. And there's plenty of distractions in our everyday lives that keep our focus away from our passion for photography. And you definitely want to get rid of those distractions, but that's not really the focus of what I'm going to be talking about in this course. I'm going to be talking about removing distractions from your photos. And these are the things that pull the viewer's attention away from what's important in your compositions. So in this class, I am going to offer some practical tips for spotting potential distractions and eliminating them before you take the photo. But the main focus of this course is going to be on mitigating or eliminating any distractions that show up in your photos after the fact. I'm going to show you how to use the digital darkroom to zap those pesky distractions out of existence and to let the clarity of your creative vision shine through. Make sure to check out my new course on removing distractions over at KelbyOne.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
And we're back.
We're back. You should listen to Dobson count us in.
Yeah, it's pretty
It sounds
funny.
frantic. It sounds something. Anyway, we got
Hey,
some more
Matt's
questions.
got a question.
Hey, thank you guys for sending in questions. You're really helping us
Yeah.
out. You only have to cover for 9 minutes and 59 more seconds, so you're doing good.
Matt's asking, when in the Lightroom workflow do you use on-one no noise?
We use it up front.
Up front.
Right up front. Like you open the image, you're like, ooh, this is noisy. Run it right then.
Yeah. Remove noise, add sharpening in the back. All right. Sun is asking, does the R5 have GPS tag?
Let's see. 1 second. I believe it does.
I believe it does.
Hang on.
I mean, I don't think it does.
I think it does, but I'm not certain. I think it does, but it does not.
No.
The R5 does not have it.
What about the R5 Mark II?
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know.
I don't know which one. Well, of course, they said R5, so.
Let's see. That's something they could add, right? We're looking. It does not. The 2 does not. I'm going to stick with the R6 II. I love that camera.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to throw it in the lake. I love it so much.
The R6 II is like the perfect blend. It's like the Goldilocks zone. Not too many megapixels, not too little.
Amazing sensor.
You know,
it's got the
not
sensor
too big,
that
not
used to
too
be
small.
In the 1DX, like their $6,000
battery lasts
thing.
just
Yeah.
about. It's like that Goldilocks zone. Yep. All right. Susie's asking. I'm almost embarrassed to ask. When I put a lens into a camera bag, which way is better, rear element up or down?
So Susie, if you're a camera bag manufacturer, they always put the lens up so you can see all the lens things and all. And I don't even think about which. I just put them in there. I don't think about.
Yeah,
there may be a better way.
And it's got all that stuff
Yeah, there
on
may
it,
be a better way, but I mean, Hey, you know what I do have, Eric? May I call you Eric?
Yes.
So I'm going to tell you something.
I'm trying to think.
I got something to tell you though. All right, so I took a picture of this to show you. Give me a second though to set it up here, and it's not that one; it's this one. And let me turn it sideways. So what I do is when I get to my location, so when I get to Venice, I do not use a camera bag at all. I walk around with a Black Rapid strap. Sling strap. It's the Black Rapid 10-year anniversary classic. And it has a battery right up here, Eric. It has a battery pouch.
Yep.
So I have an extra battery right there. All right. In my pocket, I got my 10 stop, and I got a cleaning cloth in my back pocket. And that's it. I don't carry a bag at all, which is the greatest thing I can possibly tell you. I also take a tripod in
travel
case.
photography, it's a must.
But it stays in my room most of the time. I only bring out a tripod if I know I'm going to be shooting at dawn or shooting at sunset where I cannot handhold. But how does all that stuff get to, like, Venice? I take it in a rolling bag. The reason is I got to get it somehow to Venice, right? But then if I take 2 lenses, I have a little portable bag, right? I have the sling bag as well. So take a look on screen. So I took a picture of this. This is what I take with me to Venice. Why? Because it's got 4 wheels. It rolls. I can move it literally with my pinky. I can take my pinky and roll it through the airport. And if I let go, it just keeps rolling. So look what's in there. I got my tripod. I have my camera. I've got my 24 to 240. I brought a 14 to 35 that I never used, and I did borrow one, and it wound up in the bottom of the water. I've got a ball head and a platypod. I've got my camera strap. I got my case. See in the middle, right in the dead middle are the case ND filters. By the way, this is the last time you're going to see me using that case. I went and ordered a new case on Amazon today. That case is too big and thick. Look at the size of that thing. I only use 3 filters. Why am I carrying this giant case? That case is horrendous. So it looks nice. It's very pretty. And then I got a battery charger, and I've got a camera. So I take this with me because of a couple of reasons. It moves easy. I put my backpack on top of it, so the whole thing just rolls and glides. And Mr. Kuna gave me the greatest gift. He gave me a very short little bungee cable, this long. I wrap it around the top of the thing, and it keeps my bag perfectly still.
Yes.
It moves everywhere as one piece. I just love it. And it's awesome. So I do take a camera bag. I check it in the plane. It never leaves my hotel room. It lives in my room. It is for me getting from here to Venice and from Venice back home.
Yeah, it's your gear bag, and then you've got the setup.
Now, if I do take 2 lenses, and I think I might be, like if I'm going to a palace or in case we went to the Opera House or whatever, even though I didn't use it in the Opera House, but in case we did, I take a sling bag. It's a Think Tank Turnstile 10, I think it's called. No, Turnstile 20. Turnstile 20.
I think it's 10.
Believe it or not, It fits, look, watch. It fits right inside that bag. It crunches down, and I zip it up,
Yeah,
and
it's
it
like
fits.
right on top.
It fits right on
it
top
adds
perfectly.
a little bit of padding to the...
It does. It adds more security. It makes it even more secure, and it fits. It's no problem. So there you go. Little behind-the-scenes shot. All right.
So John Dukes has a question. It says, at what point does owning 12 camera bags become a cry for help instead of good planning?
Look, John, this is what we do.
I was about to say,
our thing is
we're all
collecting
having a
camera
cry-
bags.
We'd all have a cry for help then.
Now, I've been using this one for probably 6 or 7 years. I love this bag. Once you get a 4-wheel roller, you can never go back to a backpack or a 2-wheel. You know what's bad about the backpack thing? Is you have to take it with you, and then you have to take it off and you lay it down. You're laying it on the floor. You're laying it on dirty stuff. People can run by and just grab it. You know, it's if you walk with a camera bag, your chances of it getting stolen or lost or left or it goes up exponentially.
Yeah.
And no one's going to steal your camera if you have it on a sling shoulder thing. If they try to grab your camera, you're going with them. All right, let's see where we are. Kaleo Nuo. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it says, aloha, you guys. I see my calendar behind Scott. It's right back here.
Yeah.
Always updated. The team, thank you for sending that. The team updates it every month.
Yeah.
The video crew, they're expeditious in their changing. So thank you very much. It's beautiful. There it is. It's beautiful. But show the picture. Oh, my God. Don't show that. Oh, how can you? I can hear them laughing in the control room down the hall.
But look at go back to the template on the calendar.
Go back to the numbers. Yes.
Yes. Look at that.
That's really stunning.
Beautiful.
Good call.
And look at the Drobo in the background. That's great.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Josie's asking, do you guys have any more camera nightmares? I have camera nightmares always. Yeah.
Eric's the king of nightmares.
Yeah, I got nightmares.
He puts his
but again,
cameras
like
in harm's
Scott's
way.
saying, I don't think it's really nightmares because I expect the nightmares. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's doing a risky thing.
Yeah.
He expects his cameras to explode.
Yeah, actually,
and
it's
they
a
do.
good thing when it doesn't. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's like a win.
And even though he's had one explode, and the memory card got shot out of there like a Japanese bullet train, gone. He found the memory card from the exploded camera, and it worked.
Yep, there you go.
All right. Look at that. James says, I suspect my closet with camera bags lets them breed. Every time I open that closet, there are more bags. Dude, I don't know why, but we're always searching for the perfect camera
we
bag.
think there's going to be some. Well, I can tell you, okay, this is where I think there's part of it where what you're talking about, if more people would take the advice or heed the advice, we would have a more sane, better life. And that is, we don't really need all the gear that we bring. So we think we have to have the perfect bag that's going to hold everything. Because I used to be that way. I was. And sometimes you'd be like, oh, I'm glad you got all that stuff. But then what you do is over time, you kind of figure out, this is all I need. This is what I need to create the images I want.
Eric has bailed me out more than once because at one point in Eric's life, I don't care what you asked for. If you said, I need a lava lamp, he had it inside his bag.
I'm starting to realize that becomes paralyzing. That becomes to where you have to like overthink it, and it gets in the way of creativity. It gets in the way of all those things. So, kind of like stripping it down to the essentials and not burdening yourself actually allows you to be more creative.
All right, so someone's asking, Lori's asking, what's the bag? It's this one right here. It's the greatest bag I've ever used. It is the Think Tank Photo Airport Roller Derby. Now, this is the version 2. I have the version 1. This one has the built-in TSA approved locks, right? So I have to actually lock mine with the TSA approved lock. This is the new, improved, better version. It's very much the same, but it's got extra stuff.
They roll so great.
They roll like butter. They absolutely roll like butter. Like butter. Yeah, it's very nice. I need to get this new one, but I don't really. Here's the weird thing. You see what I just said? I have no reason to get this new one. I already have the lock, but it's like, ooh, I have to get this. But no, I'm not going to get that. Take that. Edit that out of the script. Just take it out. Just I'm not
Yeah,
getting
you
a new
figure it
one.
out.
All right.
John's saying, I once watched a photographer's gear blow off Bryce Canyon, Utah, camera, tripod, and all. He had a very light tripod and did not hold it with the wind.
Yep.
And it was one of the most painful sounds, hearing the crunch sound over and over as the camera fell into the canyon. Heartbreaking.
John, I had the same thing happen in Montana at Glacier National Park, where a big wind came up. So there is a different kind of, like, I use a really good tripod. I use the Peak travel tripod. I changed the ball head on it because the ball head's funky. Oh, I got a ball head tip.
Ball head tip.
I'm telling you, I just bought it. I haven't got it yet, but Mimo had a incredible ball head. So my ball head died, and I don't think it was my fault. I think Dobson came to me and said that my Colorado ball head, he said, your ball head's dead. Someone borrowed it in this building. Was it you, Dobson?
He's got to go back to the gym.
I have to go back to the gym. So someone in the building borrowed my and it died. It happens. They don't last forever. It's no big deal. Yep. But Mimo had one. Oh, it was so nice. Now I'm having to get it from the UK. I went through Amazon to get it because I couldn't find it here in the US.
What is it?
I couldn't find it at B&H.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna find
it at B&H. Wow.
No, but it's great and it's cheap. It is the Benro.
Benro. I like Benro.
I like Benro, and it's the 35 ball head. Let me go ball head. All right, let me find it for you. It's this one, the GX35, right here. This thing looks and feels like a BH40 from Really Right Stuff, which is like a $400 ball head. It's $153. Wow. It felt great. I loved it. It looked great. It felt great. The size is perfect.
That's a great price too.
And $153. So, but it won't come. Look, see, it says delivery Monday, May 12th. I mean, it's like a couple of weeks out. And the weird thing is like every other Benro comes immediately. But for some reason, these are only in the UK Amazon. I don't know what happened. I couldn't find it, but this is it. The Benro GX35. Mimo has it. I loved it. And look, it says our last person says last night.
There you go.
There we go. It's a very, very nice one. Very nice one. Oh, hey. I got a food tip too.
We got to take a break though.
Well, yeah, we're out of time. We're already over. We can like end the show right this minute without a break. But let's take a break, and I got a food tip for you. Ready? Food tip coming up.
There's the jib.
And I have an idea too to share with Eric on the break.
Ball head breaker.
Have you been using the AI stuff in Lightroom and Photoshop? If you haven't, it's unbelievable. It's amazing. It's incredible. But it scares the living heck out of me, and I'm not sure I can use it and sleep at night. Which is why I did a brand new class for you. Here's what we've done. I'm going to take you through Lightroom. I'm going to take you through Photoshop. I'm going to show you how to use it all. And then I'm going to show you how to use it where you don't feel dirty. I'm telling you guys, there is magic here. There is productivity gains that you can get that are just gonna blow your mind. It's incredible. I'm gonna show you how to do the things that you could have done yourself in Photoshop that might have taken hours or weeks or maybe skill you don't quite have yet, and have it done in 12 seconds. Catch my brand new class on how to use Lightroom and Photoshop's AI features and still sleep at night. It's only here at KelbyOne.
Hello, I'm Nikon Ambassador Hilmar Smith, and I'm here at the KelbyOne Studios to teach you the art of creating with what you have. Today we'll be using 3 simple props. A chair, we have flowers, and we have things made of glass that you can find all over your house to push that creativity and create amazing pictures. Come and join me at KelbyOne.
Hey everybody, Kirk Nelson here from Pixel Pro Photography. I'm back down here at KelbyOne Studios, and I've got a fantastic course for you this time. We are talking all about developing brand new backgrounds for your images. If you've ever had an image that you've taken that you discarded because that background wasn't what you wanted, bring it back. It is not dead. I'm telling you, you can resurrect those images because now we can take backgrounds and turn them into something special. We are going to go through so many different new features and functions within Photoshop. We'll use automated distraction removal. We'll use sky replacement. We'll use the generative fill plus the generative workspace to create all new backgrounds. We'll even create a do-it-yourself synthetic background using a bunch of different filters. We will take an image that's shot in a dusty old gymnasium and turn it into something worthy of an athlete's poster. You're not going to want to miss this one. Come check out my latest class at KelbyOne.com.
This segment of the grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
Wow. Wow.
We're back.
Before I give you my food tip, Dale wants to know, Eric, for Milky Way photography, do you prefer a ball head or a video tripod head with a handle? I don't shoot any video.
No, ball head.
Ball head.
You know, the only reason you need a different type of head is you're doing like tracking. And in that case, a wedge is actually better, but that's a specific device.
Cynthia wants to know, will you use that tripod head on the Peak Design tripod? Absolutely. So there's a little adapter you can buy. It's very inexpensive from Peak Design that lets you take off their weird ball head. Their ball head's not bad. It's just you have to relearn how to use it every time you use it.
Which is bad.
Well,
I agree. I've used it. It's just clunky.
It's
kind of like
clunky, and I never felt sure that my camera was going to stay on
locked
there
in,
because you could accidentally, very easily, turn the wrong way and loosen your camera when you think you're loosening that. Boom. So I was very uncomfortable with it. Yes, I will absolutely positive that Peak Design tripod. In my new class, we did a timer to show how quickly. There is not a tripod that you can set up or tear down quicker in the world today. It's works.
Great. It's so lightweight too.
It's super lightweight. It's super. Now, here's the thing. This is interesting. Ready for this? They sell two of them. One's $3.99 and one's $5.99.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is the weight. One's aluminum. One is carbon fiber. Here's the big question. This is the mind blower. How much lighter is the one that you pay $200 more for?
Half a pound.
6 ounces.
Okay, 6 ounces, yeah.
Just get the $3.99 one. That's what I would do. I wouldn't pay extra
6 ounces.
6 ounces. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Linda says, I only have 2 bags. Wow, Linda. We need to have a talk. That's too few bags. That's really upsetting. And I'm super picky, so I'm always afraid to waste money on something I'm not going to like. I have to physically test it before deciding it. You know, Linda, that's why you can return it. Yeah. Get it from, I think if you get it from Think Tank directly or if you get it from Amazon or B&H, all of them will take it back if you don't like it. So you can physically test it. Or, Linda, you could go to New York City to B&H Photo where they have every camera bag you could imagine. They're all there, and you can try out any one you want. But nothing, Linda, is like getting it to your house, putting your stuff in it, see how it all works, and then physically test it. So, you know, almost every place you go. Andrea says, sounds like I need a new bag. Oh, see, Linda, follow Andrea's lead. It's time for your 3rd bag.
Hey, but we got to give away some prizes.
Give them, Eric. Do it.
You talked about Andrea Wiley there, who had that last comment. She won your Crush the Composition book today.
All right.
And then Belinda Krause is winning the Beginner's Guide to Adobe Fresco from Victoria White. And then the Adobe Photoshop Lightroom Classic book is going to CM Cruz Photography. And then Platypod Handle is going to Tim Hawley. On One No Noise is going to Nina Cleven. And then V-flat is going to Alex Phillip. Just email us over at gridprize@kelbyone.com. If you won, we'll verify information and then send you out your prize. Just try to do that by this Friday. And then reminder again, Lightroom conference coming next month, May 13th and 14th.
Yeah. Go to KelbyOneLive.com and would love to see you there. Hundreds and hundreds of people from all over the world have already signed up. Come and join them. All righty. I got a food tip for you. I'm a travel photographer. This is a travel food tip. Usually either the first or second most busy airport in the world is Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. If you fly Delta, regardless of where you're going, your first stop will be Atlanta. All right. Even for me going to Tokyo, I go from here to Atlanta, Atlanta to Tokyo. Me and Mr. K. All right. So in the Atlanta airport, in Airside A, is one of the best burgers you're going to find at any airport anywhere. And that includes places that have Shake Shack, better than Shake Shack, better than Five Guys. I'm telling you, do not sleep on the burgers at Boardwalk Fries. So if you go to Boardwalk Fries in Terminal A, now I've known about this for years. Brad Moore and I used to go there. Well, I was there the other day, and I've been in Italy for 10 or 11 days, and I'm like, I need a burger. I need a great American burger, and I knew where to go. When I saw I was in Airside A, because I'm usually in B for whatever reason, but I was in A, and I'm like, I'm going to Boardwalk. That burger is phenomenal. It doesn't say it, but it is a double cheeseburger. It just says Boardwalk Classic, but it comes with 2 patties. Absolutely delicious. Get it your way, but it is fantastic. The fries, they're good. They're not like, you're not going to knock you over or anything. But the burger,
there you go.
Phenomenal. Also, I will have a report soon. They opened a Dave's Hot Chicken here right by my house. So I already went in and made friends. I set up an account. No, I'm just kidding. But they opened a Dave's Hot Chicken, and their thing is...
I'm a chicken connoisseur here.
Chicken sliders. They have chicken sliders, and they look phenomenal. Chicken sliders. They're sliding in. But that's your tip. If you're a traveler and you're going to be going through Atlanta, go to Airside A, go to Boardwalk Fries, and get their classic burger. I'm telling you, it'll take 2 years off your life. It's great. Any last thoughts, Mr. Kuna? Any last comments or anything?
No. I don't have anything else.
So now Mr. Kuna and I are turning our efforts towards making an incredible experience for the folks that join us in Tokyo. So could be great.
Here we go.
We're very excited. I got a guy there. I got Lawrence Bouchard on the ground in Tokyo. He's going to be with us the whole workshop, helping us out and taking us to places.
And maybe we'll have a repaired R6 Mark II,
or I'm going to go to Lens Pro to go and rent one. I'm not going without a camera. I'm going to take a camera, even though I've been to Tokyo like 4 times now. There's always something new to shoot.
Oh yeah,
and we'll have produced shoots as well. So there's that. Thanks to everybody, and thanks to all of the crew here, and especially Dobson, who is. Basically given up on the skill of using the jib, and it's just there we go. Yeah.
Thanks to Dropbox for this.
Thanks to Dropbox for their great support.
And I would like to shout out to Lowe's. Customer service is the best.
Yeah, they're the best. But I do want to actually thank everybody that did turn in a Dropbox. I'm so sorry we didn't get to it today, but we will get to it next week. We know what our join us next week when our topic will be how would I edit your photo? We'll never know till next week. Take care, everybody.
How would you?